Welcome back to another mini review. This time, mini review on the Spectre Ballistics C-71 chassis and our C-71 receiver and their chassis system. Now, I don't have too much shooting footage in this. I just have a couple clips. The footage I had when I had the scope on it was corrupted, so couldn't use it, but there's somewhere around 250, 300 rounds through it. It's not much, but that's because it's basically just a 1022 with a couple added features. So, for the receiver, it is an excellent receiver that I would totally buy, except maybe now not anymore, and I'll talk about that at the end of the video. But the receiver itself, on its own, is very good. You get a top rail. Importantly, you get a bit of extension on the front so that you can run your red dot further forward if that's what you need, or maybe you want to run a scope a bit further forward for better eye relief depending on what stock you have. That's a great addition. It's machined very well. It's a bit finicky to get in, specifically with this rear buffer pin, just because the buffer pin is held in by the stock, but once you get in, it's pretty easy. And the only note I have on this is the barrel is quite tight to get in. You have to lube up the barrel and then kind of wrench it in into place here. Now, the chassis is definitely the best part about this rifle. It is really lightweight and really comfortable to hold. The bevel that they put on this is absolutely gigantic, but it is really comfortable to hold with or without a grip. Really, really, really good job on this. The Cerakote is, or the anodizing, I think, actually, is very good on this too. And it gets put together really easily. Just 3 screws here, 1 screw here, and then you have the tightening screw back here. Really simple, really good. And the accessories you can put on it are also excellent. You can put on any AR pistol grip that is not beaver tail. I only had the A2 grip around that didn't have a beaver tail, but lots of options for you to put on with that. If you don't like the gap, they include this little piece that fills in the gap between the trigger guard and the pistol grip. Having an AR style stock is really nice, lots of customizability with that, and they have a pick rail section you can put in at the bottom here. So if you have a folding stock you want to use, that would be really excellent as well. And in terms of the shooting footage, I'll play it here. It's not too much. The magazines that I have, which are just the rotary magazines on top of a AR mag looking base plate, fit really well. They fit nice and flush, and it's very easy to manipulate in and out of the magwell. So any magazine that, or any extension on the magazine, on a rotary magazine, will work with this chassis. There's more than enough room for them, so long as it's not coming up on the sides of the magazine. But I mean, then I don't know what kind of receiver you're using, I would accept that. But any bottom base plate on a standard rotary magazine will work really well. And also note the linear compensator is pretty useless, being honest. It's basically just there for looks. Doesn't do recoil, doesn't really help with, I mean, it's a 22. What are you really doing? Yeah, it's not very useful for 22. Now, one final thing that I'm going to mention is about a new receiver that Spectre Ballistics put out. And I'll put it up on screen here. It's essentially the C-71 receiver, but It's slightly altered so that it has a rear charging handle like an AR, and I am really, really interested in that. In fact, I'm so interested, I bought one and I'm going to review that as well. Now, this receiver costs $200. The ST22, which is the charging handle version, costs $300. If the ST22 is as good as I think it will be, I am skeptical of purchasing the regular C-71. It's a great receiver, and if you just want a lightweight or a lighter weight than the stock receiver with pick rail already on it, it's a great option. And for the price, it's not bad. I believe it fits into any AR chassis or AR chassis, 1022 chassis. So it's kind of, I will see. For now, it's a great receiver. If you're just looking for a simple receiver, I would buy it. If you're looking for something a little more unique, maybe the ST22 will be what you're looking for. In terms of the chassis, I will also be running the ST22 in this chassis, so I'll get more experience with it, but this chassis is excellent. It's more expensive. It's certainly not a cheap chassis, but it's machined really, really well. The coating on it is excellent, no blemishes whatsoever, and it's designed really well. A lot of thought went into this chassis, and you can tell the minute you pick it up and hold it. So, that is it for this video. Just a short little video on this, and hopefully, I'll have the lever action 22 out next week, and we'll go from there. We'll see what arrives when the ST22 arrives. Thank you for watching. Like the video, comment if you have any questions. I'll do my best to answer. Subscribe, help me get to 1,000 subscribers, and have a good day.